And a good early Sunday morning to you, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well. We're in Sebert Road, Manor Park, Forest Gate. And this is Forest Gate Congregational Church. As you will see at the end of the video, yes, I did go back and include the history section first. But yeah, Forest Gate Congregational Church had its origins in a gospel service conducted by Jabez Legg in a cottage at Forest Gate. These services began in 1825 and by 1832 had expanded enough that a chapel was constructed called Forest Gate Chapel. By the 1850s, the local area developed from a small semi-rural community into a suburban neighbourhood. It was decided to construct a new church in the middle of the development, which was completed in 1856. It was also at this date that the chapel joined the Congregationalist Church. Between 1884 and 1888, extensive rebuilding works took place, with further rebuilding work in the 1920s. So yeah, there we are, that's the history of this one. It's not a very long one, I must admit. Not a very long one, but yeah, we shall be off inside in a minute. It's a lovely church. It's like it's a Congregationalist chapel, like a Baptist kind of chapel type of thing. Certain areas I couldn't video and photographed because there's some war memorials. Well, there's a war memorial and a couple of memorials, some lovely stained glass and stuff in there. So yeah, I'll include that at the end of the video in picture slideshow. So join me for that one inside, and I hope you're all going to enjoy it. This is a lovely old one, look. It's still got its gas lights there. Lovely old iron frame staircase. Sweet. And the gentleman was saying to me they're trying to preserve this glass. Lovely old iron frame staircase, doors and original features. And to be honest with you, ladies and gents, I know very little about this church because this was an impromptu one. So we'll have to rely on the descriptions. So yeah, this stone was laid by George Williams Esquire on behalf of the local community, July the 1st, 1884. Richard Condor, builder. Francis J. Sturdy, architect. So there's another stone over here, and then we'll cross over and get some exterior views because this one's very special on the outside. This stone was laid by William Drain Esquire on behalf of the London Congregational Church Extension Committee, July the 1st, 1884. Try that one. Now we shall. It's really warm. I'll pause you and you'll join me over the road. As you can see, it's a really lovely old building, 1884. Victorian, of course, and you know the Victorians with their architecture, they let themselves go when they wanted to build something nice. We'll walk over this way a bit, get some of the side views. I may do an intro piece which will be a picture of this to give the history. I'll have a look on the internet in a minute, see if I can find it. If not, it will just be in the description. Yeah, you can see what a lovely old building it is. As the young man said to me inside, what we look at and think of as the high altar now is a newer extension behind the church, which would have originally been bigger. It's offices and community space and a children's centre and things like that. What's nice about this one is that they retained original features, which you'll see in a couple of pictures at the end of this, because there were certain things I couldn't video, like with the band playing, so there's a memorial and stuff like that. We are in Sebert Road, Manor Park / Forest Gate, by the way, and yeah, that is Sebert Road Church. Hope you've all enjoyed the little look at this one. Wasn't a long video. I know some people don't like the long videos, but people were very kind and very accommodating. And up there, look, by where I'm pointing with the umbrella, that's where the music system and everything is now, where we were with that lovely stained glass window. And that, like the guy said in there, they've done everything they can to preserve and keep that, because it's such a beautiful thing. And like he said, a real old survivor when you think of what happened to this area. Obviously the wars and everything, but this bit seems to have escaped fairly unscathed. So there we are. Hope you all enjoyed this one. I know it wasn't very long, but they don't all have to be, do they? Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you all on the next one. And as promised, here are some of the bits and pieces I couldn't video inside, because the band and that was literally sitting bang underneath this, and I would have been photographing people literally slap bang in their faces. But of course, one of the most important things I always like to show in a church is the war memorial. And here you've got, in memory of the men of this church who gave their lives for freedom and humanity in the Great War of 1914 to 1918. And here you've got their names there, faithful unto death. And the smaller one next to it commemorates the war of 1939 to 45, the Second World War, in proud and grateful memory of Mervyn J. Howe, John E. Hobday and Lawrence G. or C. Reed. So those are our war heroes covered for this one. And this is lovely as well, the roof structure and everything from the 1880s rebuild. As you can see, they've done work on the upper galleries as well in more recent times with the glass screening and stuff. So Here's that lovely stained glass window. A really nice feeling inside this one, and the people were so welcoming too. Allowed me to take these photographs. As you can see, they retained some of the original parts from the old organ, which was in a pretty poor state. Church has had a lot of restoration in more recent times. The arch we're looking at here would have led to what would have originally been the high altar, but behind that now they've utilised the space into other things. Jabez Legg, the Congregationalist minister, the man who founded the original first chapel and who gave the first sermons. Here he is himself. This is an early daguerreotype image. And here is that first congregational chapel of Forest Gate Congregational Church, what it originally looked like. Founded quite some time before the renovations and rebuilds and things, so this gives you a hint to what it originally looked like. And this is what we've got today, really. This is it in the I think it's the 1930s or 40s, this image. Our foundation stones for when the rebuild work was done. (1884). That, ladies and gents, is the Forest Gate Congregational Church on Sebert Road. Hope you all enjoyed this little tour, and thanks for watching.